folks, gentlemen, ladies. Sandamtod is in the car, not in the house. How we doing? I'm doing pretty good. Hanging in there, is the saying goes. Just had a few minutes in the car. Of course, sunrise looks pretty freaking cool behind some clouds right now, but you know, the glory of Mother Nature. You know, you don't really know, but this time of the year, I mean, it's the late leaves are starting to change finally, and it's starting to look pretty cool, and weather's dropped off. Got my hoodie on. You know, life couldn't be much better. Well, it could be, but you know what I'm saying. Went and had a bone density scan done earlier in the week because they want to check for osteoporosis and things based on your, I don't know, with your liver. It has something to do with your blood platelet levels, and then, you know, you can develop osteoporosis or whatever. But they did my bone scan on Monday. And yesterday she called me to tell me that everything was negative, meaning that it was negative for any kind of osteoporosis or anything, which actually means positive, you know, so that's a good thing. Happy news there. And I'm still waiting. The KU people did call me to schedule a consult. I was under the impression that they were scheduling some kind of procedure, not just me go out there and talk to a doctor, you know. But evidently they got to do that first. They got to get their extra $500-600, you know, for that before they'll, you know, do anything. They can't just look at the stuff that's been previously done and decide from there. So I couldn't do it because they wanted me to come out there today. Well, actually yesterday. And I couldn't do it because I thought my uncle was going to be gone and I was going to be the only one working in my department, and I just said I couldn't do it. And actually I was mistaken. He was not going to be there today, so I could have went, and I was mistaken. And he said, you should have just took the appointment whether I was going to be here or not. And then yesterday I talked to my actual boss, and he kind of said the same thing. He's like, Adam, if we gotta, you know, go without the art department for a day because Jeff's gone or something, and you have to get an appointment, we'd rather you just get the appointment and take care of yourself and figure out what's going on, because we care about you, you know. And that's part of the benefit of working for a small company. You know, they actually do care a little more than a big faceless corporation. But at the same time, when things happen within the company, it feels a little more personal, you know, like if you don't get a raise for a long time, or you don't get recognized for things, it feels like it's kind of more personal in a way. But he basically said, you know, just don't worry about us, and you can make up the time in the evenings or on a weekend or something if you need to, or if we need you to come in for something and you can, then fine, but don't hesitate to make appointments and things based on what you need to do for your health. So I'm waiting to hear back from them now, because it sounds like the only way you really get into this place is if other people cancel their appointments, and or the doctors decide they're going to take on more patients, which, you know, is, from what it seemed like, kind of rare. I guess if they have patients pass away or whatever. No, I'm not going there. I'm just saying, I guess that might free up more of their slots, you know, or whatever. Because she said, well, unless the doctor designates that they can take on more patients and open up more slots, it's really dependent on cancellations, and those are kind of like a 1 to 2 day thing. So basically drop everything you're doing and run out here. You know, which is basically what it sounds like I'm gonna have to do. And I'm so just, I don't know. I want to take it seriously, but I don't want to stress myself out and be a mess about it. So instead of that, I'm trying to be positive and take it lightheartedly. But then when I get these calls and they're acting like, you know, they need me to get in there quickly and this and that, it makes me feel like there's some urgency, you know, that they're not telling me about, you know. And they're doctors. I mean, they should be fully disclosing everything, but it doesn't mean I'm not like, sure, you're just not telling me I'm in a bad way and you're just like not telling me because you don't want me to freak out or something. And I know that's not the case, but your brain starts acting weird after a while. The wiring gets funky. There's rats chewing on it up there. So yeah, my grandmother's 91 years old. She has not been doing real great herself. She got not walking pneumonia, but bronchitis really bad. They thought she might have had pneumonia, and she went into the hospital for 2 days, and she's had a bunch of appointments and stuff, and she's doing a breathing machine, kind of like my mom used to have to do, and stuff to open up her lungs, and they've got a lot of appointments going on, and she's just 91. Her mind's starting to slip a little bit, and you know, she can't really do a lot of things by herself. She doesn't, you know, can't really use the bathroom and things like that by herself, you know. So it's just, my grandfather and my mother passed away 7.5 years ago now, and I think she's just feels like it's time to go meet up with the rest of the family that's already gone. Her brother, you know, my great uncle, 2 of her kids, my stepfather, step grandfather, and you know, she might just be getting to that point. And I love my grandmother to death, until death do us part, and then beyond. And you know, to tell you the truth, we actually, she offered me one of that. We've got like some family plots that they bought in a graveyard up north in the little town that I lived in when I was a kid, and they lived in for years, called Holt, Missouri. And she said, you know, because they had multiple grave plots, she asked me if I wanted one of them, or if I would want to be buried up there. And really, I mean, I plan on being cremated probably, but I said, yeah, that would be fine. And it's basically right next to my grandmother's plot, you know. And things could change over time. You never know. You might end up, even though I'm 44, end up married and want to be buried next to my spouse or whatever. You never know. You never know what could change in life. And so I just said yeah, because I would love to be buried around my family. Part of my mother's ashes are buried up there. I have most of them in my possession. My sister and I swore we were going to go to Colorado and spread them, and it's been 7 years and we haven't done it. She's got 3 kids and a life and a husband, and you know, it's just hectic, and I could go anytime, but you know, that's just the way it is, and I'm not going to go by myself. So Mom rests with me right now. And trying to think of some other stuff. So suffice it to say, I'm going to go out there for the consult, and then they're going to decide if they want to do another MRI or biopsy this lesion, this small atypical lesion that they did 2 MRI, well, 1 MRI specifically to look at, and the first one is what caught it in the first place. And you know, all sorts of people are telling me different things. There's a lady at work whose brother's a doctor, and he said usually cancer does not form in the liver, and you know, lesions are not uncommon. You know, there's, you know, 20-25% of the population that has some kind of small damage to their liver that's, you don't know where it came from, and it might it's nothing, and then, it's really odd, because I feel pretty good. My color's good. For the most part, I feel fine. I have a little bit of swelling in my legs, and I get a little, I don't really know what brings it on, but sometimes I feel a little shaky. Sometimes I just think maybe I need to eat, or that my blood sugar is low and stuff. But she's the lady doctor or nurse or whatever the hell she is got me tripping, because they checked me holding my hands out and shit to see, if I'm like really shaking and stuff, and I just, anytime I have a little bit of that shake, I'm just like, oh, so. Oh, let me think. I beat Stick of Truth. I beat it. I finished it. Did all the quests. I don't know. I definitely didn't get all the trophies. And I don't think I friended everybody in the town, because I think one of the achievements is like bigger than John Lennon or something, and that's if you've friended everybody in the whole town. And I didn't get that one, but I did get the one like more popular than Jesus or something. And I finished it. I thought it was pretty cool. Rolled right into the Fractured But Whole, and have been playing it a little bit, not at a breakneck pace, but been playing it a little bit. I also did go pick up, I can't stop myself, I did pick up that Nier Automata, which is actually a pretty freaking kick-ass game. And I started playing it, but I'm like, no, I want to stick with the South Parks and go with the next one. So I kind of played a little bit of the Nier first kind of opening sequence, and then found the save points and stuff, and kind of started the next part and saved it. And I decided I was going to not pursue this game right now, but it's definitely a very good game from what I can tell. I don't know how to really describe it. Maybe I should do a little commentary, while I'm playing it, and play a little bit, maybe keep it around 10 minutes or so you guys aren't bored as shit. And yeah, so I haven't really gotten a lot of pickups other than that lately. I just really, I kind of switched gears from video games and started buying audio CDs and stuff. I'm not gonna, you look at the vinyl records and I'm like, oh, vinyl records, that would be awesome. You know how I am about collecting shit, and I'm like, I do not have room or places to put fucking vinyl records. I don't need to start down that road. But CDs, a lot of them, I just got music off peer-to-peer, or I've gotten digital downloads or ripped other people's CDs over the years, and I never really had a lot of tangible CDs, and so I've really been buying a lot of music that I not a lot, but I bought probably 8 or 10 CDs in the last month or so for some various artists and bands, mainly rock stuff. Nirvana, Soundgarden. I picked up 3 or 4 of their CDs last weekend. I picked up a couple Alice in Chains CDs. I ordered some Chris Cornell solo stuff, and it'll be coming within the next couple of weeks, which is nice. And I broke down and bought myself a GPS for my car so I can figure out where the hell I'm going when I got to go to these appointments and stuff. So that's basically the only stuff I've really bought in the last couple of weeks. Other than I bought that Darksiders and played it for about 10 minutes. That was with my cuz. And then, other than that, I haven't really bought anything. I bought Nier, and I bought some music, like I said, in the last week or so. And a Cousin Joe said maybe you might want to do a video. I asked him if he wanted to sit down and just bullshit about some of our childhood and some of his favorite games, my favorite games, stuff we remember, things like that. And he said we would, but every time he's down, we're so busy doing other shit that we don't think to sit down and do it, you know. And because of that, I had my brights on. I hope I didn't have those on the whole drive. Somebody's probably like, oh, fuck you. But I don't have like halogen lights that are like super bright or anything. Nobody flashed their lights at me. But I'd like to sit down with him and just shoot a vid and let you all meet a great dude and a guy that's definitely, you know, A+ in my book. And we just are almost here now, so I'm going to sign off. Just kind of an updater a little bit. I'm trying not to have it be so health heavy, but I want to keep you guys in the loop, just so you know, because my channel has always been about me. It's all about me. Not just video games, about my life and about the struggles that life brings and kind of overcome them, your happy points, your sad points. I don't think you've ever seen me at my worst, but at the same time, I don't think you've ever seen me at my best. And I think it's cathartic to talk to you all and get the comments, and I love talking with you all. Some of you I've went on to meet and friend on Facebook, and I've really gotten to know it's a small handful, but you know, a handful anyway of you guys on Facebook, and it really does open up a different type of relationship other than just commenting back and forth. It allows you to actually kind of, you know, get to know somebody a little better, and that's pretty awesome. I do appreciate still, sincerely, I appreciate all comments and positivity that you all send my way. I've had some people comment that I hadn't heard from in forever. Some old friends, guys that I wasn't sure what they were doing with their lives, and it's just good to hear from them and know that they're still doing okay, and that they care, you know, about me, even if it's just a stupid picture on a screen. You know, I'd love to give these guys a hug and sit down with them and chat, and you know, I can't drink beer or alcohol, but you know, I'll sit down and they can have a beer, and I'll sit down and have a, you know, diet soda or something, I guess, and chat it up. And I really wish that was, you know, more possible. I mean, I know there's things like Skype and Twitch and and things you can do to have more interaction with people, but I'm old school, and I just don't know exactly how much. Sometimes things are easy, like the Facebook thing. I didn't really ever want to do it, and then somebody just kind of said, here, I'm making you a Facebook account, and suddenly I'm on Facebook. And you know, it was great for keeping up with family at first, but slowly I've let more friends in. I really don't friend a lot of people, even if they friend request me from other things, because I'm just so, I don't know, I just have a poor self-image. Even though it might not appear that way on here, I think you may get that from me sometimes. It really, I've said it on here before, if you met me in real life, I might act totally different. And it's not that I don't want to act normal, quote unquote. It's just the quirks, the rats chewing on the wires. So, love the comments. Thank you guys. Appreciate you to no end, and I will talk to you all soon, and we'll keep things chugging along. All right. Peace. Bye.